and welcome back. It is just gone 11 o'clock and we've got some really cool guests here. We've got Jared and Noor from Jobstreet Music Productions. So welcome, guys. I first met you guys when you did the Manpack event. Tell me a bit about that.
12
Find
upwards,
us on Facebook.
performing and writing their own songs and stuff. So
That's
we wanted
crazy.
to give them a platform to sing in front of an audience, and yeah, it was amazing to see. They did a great job.
And you have a recording studio out of Fairbridge.
Yeah, the John Butler studio I run out at Fairbridge.
So how long have you been running that for?
I've been in there for 2 years now. Yeah, so I'm pretty new still, but I've been engineering for about 8 years now.
And is that like, I know Fairbridge does a lot with disadvantaged kids.
Yeah.
So is like the primary focus of what you do around disadvantaged kids, or is it for anyone?
It's really for anyone. So we are kind of private subcontracted, so we're separate to the rest of Fairbridge. So we kind of lease Fairbridge. So we like to get involved as much as we can with any of the programs, but where the studio is actually situated in the school. So I go through the school a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I've actually just recently been talking with some of the teachers, and we want to put something together where we get some of the kids to come in and do some recording and just that, some of that kind of stuff, and work with the kids from the actual school as well, because there's so many kids out there, and it's big cool to be a bit more involved with music,
That will be awesome. And I guess, music is like boxing, I guess. It's one of the escapes from disadvantage. How many kids are into music and different forms of music as well. And it's a great way of escape.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, and we found that in our songwriting workshops that we do with the kids as well. That's been really great to work with them and show them new ways that they can express themselves, when they're feeling down or when they're feeling a certain way, giving them the tools where they can express themselves and do that through music. And it's been pretty inspiring to see.
It's really an empowering thing as well, isn't it? So, there must have been a huge buzz at that event when those kids got up and sang and like we talked to a few of them afterwards and they were just buzzing. It was so cool to see. Yeah. And they're only kind of like 15, 16.
I think the youngest was 13, Ruby, who played there. Yeah, and she's also at the moment, we just started a youth music program called Song Lab down at the Billydale Youth Centre, so where we work with younger kids, and Ruby's part of that. And the way that she's improved, we've tried to get it, we've seen her through the youth centre a bit last year, and the way she's improved in her performances every time and her confidence has been amazing. And the voices that come out of them is just like
and it was so nice to see some of the families supporting them as well. Mom and dad were there, or the grandparents and stuff, and that must have just added to the buzz that they had that support.
I think so, and giving them something to do down in Mandurah that's music based, and it's not something they have to go up to Perth for or anything like that. We're trying to create these opportunities down in Mandurah.
That's so cool. And a lot of stuff does happen in Perth. I think it's nice when we get some, because we've got some talented people in Rockingham, Mandurah. It's nice to have stuff down here as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it's good to see. We meet them all the time, Mandurah and Rockingham-based bands and musicians, and the talent that comes out of here is amazing. So, we're hoping to create a bit of a community, and start that up, and like we want to just hear about what everyone's got going on, and, wherever we can help out, that's what we like to do.
That's awesome. So with the recording studio, do you put together albums for the kids, or is it just like a one-off song?
Yeah, no, I work with bands. I do also a little bit of producing. So we've just had a young girl called Ella Grace come in, and she's a bit of more of a pop artist.
Yeah.
And she had keys and kind of vocals, and then I sat down with her and worked with her about all the extra production kind of to add to the album and stuff. So not the album, sorry, we just did a couple of songs. But I'll sit down and work with a lot of artists. One-on-one production kind of stuff, or I'll record bands, or we just do a lot of acoustic duo stuff. So it's really whatever the artist likes.
Yeah. So it's kind of different with different people then, yeah?
Yeah, big time, yeah. Yeah, you get quite the different skill levels, and you kind of got to work with, what's best for them and that kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And project-wise, it depends on them. So the artist comes to us and they're like, all right, we've got an EP worth of songs. We want to record an EP, or they just want to release a single. So it just depends on what the artist brings to us.
Cool. And how many kind of kids do you work with down there?
We work with more. We don't work with kids as much at the studio. It's more, more working artists that we work with at the studio.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we do a few projects here and there with the kids. Not so much in the studio yet. We're hoping to bring that on this year, and with Resonance X, which we're doing with Manpack, we are bringing those people to the studio. So something we want to open up there, but that we haven't fully fledged started yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're working.
So the relationship with Manpack, with Mandurah Performing Arts Centre, that's an ongoing thing. That there's more stuff that you're going to be doing at. I can never say it.
Resonance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tongue twister.
You know the word I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you doing more stuff like that?
Yeah, well, we just met Mark, and Mark's one of the directors there, and he's amazing, and he's just so his energy is inspiring, and he just wants to ignite Mandurah a lot more, and see people, and more of the community sense of music, I suppose, in Mandurah, and it's really cool that he wants to really push ideas and let us kind of Nor will tell him my idea, and he's like, "Oh, that's great! Yeah, let's do this, and we can do this and this and this." And so he's a really cool guy to work with. And so hopefully, we'll get a lot more opportunities and stuff. It's a really great theatre down there as well, isn't it? Like you showed us around, like the main one is huge, but then where you did the Fish Trap, where you did the workshops, that's a really nice space as well. All those stairs can come back. You can have a big you can do smaller gigs, or you can bring the stairs out and do
the chairs.
Chairs, sorry. Whatever you like in there. And that's we work out of the Fish Trap Theatre for most of our sessions for Resonance as well, for Resonance X, where we're meeting up every week with the musicians. So we sit in the Fish Trap Theatre, and that's where we usually have our mentoring sessions and stuff like that. Cool. So we're hoping this program that we're doing with Resonance X, that's for 10 weeks, finishing up in April, and we're hoping, with how things are with COVID, like if everything goes well, we'll be able to have another Resonance event at Manpack open to the public in April, and we're also hoping to give the performers a chance to perform somewhere. Still figuring those details out. Everything's so up in the air with COVID at the moment. Like I feel for event planners, because like you can invest a lot of time and effort and money into an event, and then COVID happens and everything's cancelled. Yeah. So does that affect you guys a bit? It has affected us quite a lot. We've had quite a few shows, because we run a few live events every now and then too. So we've had to, maybe not to a few, just to kind of suss out where we are and what's going to happen with the events going ahead. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're usually doing a few other community events or gigs, launches and stuff for bands as well. We do a few a month usually. And for February and March, we've just said, let's just put a break on it for now, just till we see where things are going. And then April, we're hoping to start back up again, but you just never know. It's really hard, isn't it? Especially at the moment, like every day there's new cases. That's it. And we both think working in the music industry, you tend to hustle a bit and you work a few different jobs within the industry. So we both had work lined up in other areas, and fortunately that all got cancelled. So so it is a hard time, but we're staying focused on the community stuff we're doing with music and the programs, and working with the youth and with the Resonance X program at Manpack, and really just trying to focus on the community level, and hopefully we can be there for people when it's a really, really hard time. That must be really rewarding though, working particularly with the youth. Yes. We have a lot of young people at the station here, and my hope is that in 20 years time they'll be the next Jackie O, or the next famous celebrity, and it kind of birthed here, and with you guys the same, you could be giving birth to the next superstar. It's exciting to see. And it's exciting to see it at a very grassroots level, at the start, when everything's just
like they're finding their way still trying to find their voice or their sound, and like going on that journey with artists. It's extremely rewarding, and it's something we kind of stumbled in with Jobstreet as well. Initially we just had the studio and we were doing events and we were working with bands a lot, and then we kind of had the idea of like, oh, why don't we share what we know. We had a lot of friends and a lot of young people that were kind of asking us questions all the time, and we're like, let's chuck that into a workshop, and we did, and it went so well, and it was one of the most rewarding things we'd ever done. So we've just
carried on doing it.
Kept doing that, and now they've turned into programs this year, which we get to work with either the young people or the musicians for a longer period of time, and that's been great because it's just coming back every week and seeing what they've worked on in that week and being able to give feedback and just
get a bit better and
really see the progress. It's great.
Yeah, that's cool. So with the studio, does it have is it owned by John Butler, or like what's the?
No, so it was named after him.
Named after him. Okay, like
opened in his honour kind of thing.
Has he been to the studio?
He was there for the opening, and I think he's been there a couple of times.
Yeah.
But he's a very busy man. I think he's in America at the moment, maybe.
Yeah.
He's back here now. Yeah. But so we haven't, since we've been there, we haven't seen him. But,
Damn. You'd be like, no, come here. This is your home, your spiritual home.
Yeah. There's like plaques and pictures up of that were there when we got there, and he was a Fairbridge boy. I think he went to Fairbridge Village a lot growing up, and
up in Pinjarra,
went to the festival a bit.
The busk and from Pinjarra.
Yeah, so
nice kind of like a what's the word? Patronage, is it to somewhat to local?
Yeah.
I can't remember the word now, but yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean though.
Yeah. So what have you guys got coming up in the next few weeks or few months?
Yeah, so we've got programs mostly. So every Monday night we're down at Billy Dower and we do the Song Lab program with youth. So that focuses a lot on songwriting and just getting them confident to perform for the first time. And then
is that open still, or people?
We do have a few spots still open for that. Yeah, so if anyone wants to join up, they just have to email us at jobstreet@outlook.com, and I can sign you up. It's for anyone that's 11 to 25.
Yeah.
And we start at around about 3:30 to 4, and we go to 6 on a Monday. And that's just for any young person who's interested in music and wants to explore what it might be like writing songs for yourself. And we do collaborations between the group, and at the end, hopefully there'll be a performance at the end as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we're working on that, and then we've got the Resonance X workshops going every Wednesday until April as well. So tomorrow we've got the Money War coming in, and they're going to be talking about publishing deals with the group. So so some great knowledge that's going to be shared.
I love the idea of the workshops as well. Like you've got a group of people that are interested in getting a career in music, and you've got someone that they look up to that can tell them what it's like to be in a band, or can tell them what it's like to do deals and publishing and stuff. I think that's really cool.
How they actually got there, and you're like, because you always ask that, and you always wonder, how did they do that? How did they get those contacts? How did they, get over that next level where they're actually starting to get noticed. And I think that's really what a lot of musos are interested in, like how.
How to break through.
And the sessions and the group that we've got, it's great. It's about up to 10 altogether is what we're going to have in the group. And they're just a great bunch of people. They all get along really well, and it's just a really relaxed, comfortable environment. So, they can ask questions, and it should be really good. So that's our main things we're working on at the moment. And we're planning out our events in April. But we'll see how they go.
Look, if the worst case scenario, if COVID hits and you can't get an event, you're always welcome to bring some people here and they can perform live on air. So
awesome.
that's always an option for you.
Thanks for the offer. That'd be awesome.
We've had a few
great experience for them as well.
Yeah, and it's such a buzz when you go live.
Yes.
So we've had a few young people perform here, and it's really great to see, especially if it's the first time they've ever been on radio.
Yes.
Definitely a buzz.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks. That's probably we'll probably hit you up on that.
Yeah. And we can obviously talk about that off air as well, and just that'd be cool. So how do people get in touch with you?
So either through our social media accounts, so we're on Facebook and Instagram, so Jobstreet Music Productions on Facebook and just Jobstreet on Instagram, and then our email address is jobstreet@outlook.com. And if you do want to read any more into the studio, if you want to come into the studio and meet Jared, record with us, it's also a rehearsal room that people can hire at as well.
Yeah.
We've got a website, which is www.johnbutlerstudio.com.au. Check that out for all the rates and everything.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully you'll get some more from our listeners. We'll definitely put the post up on YouTube, and if you send me your links, then we can forward them on as well. Yeah. It's been a pleasure having you both on today, and I really hope that we can get you guys back in again and do some more stuff.
Yeah, definitely, awesome. And hopefully we can next time we'll bring some talented musos as well.
That would be awesome. Cool.